Hey, what's up, gang? Just my daily little review video, recapping my trades of the day at the desk, and yeah, just the usual stuff. You know how it goes. Man, these markets, it's been just absolutely wild, up, down, up, down. I thought we were going to get some reprieve today at the New York Open when we got that push and everything was looking bullish, and you know, everybody was like, "Yay, it's been saved. The markets were back," and yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe some of that news from the tariffs going to an effect in China. I don't know what it was, but the sellers just stepped in and just ground that thing right back down, and we erased all those gains. So let's just get into what I was seeing when I got to the desk in the morning and go from there. Getting to the desk, we have this. You know, this was our gap down on Sunday night, and you know, everybody was just looking at this volatility and you know, this sentiment, and you see this price pull down and you know, kind of the end of the world scenario, and then we get this pop up and we get this fake news, and but you know, overall things are looking like they're turning around here. And then into the overnight last night, you know, we're above the value area high and price just chops around there, and you know, it's looking bullish. We're making higher lows, and you know, I'm looking long if anything. So coming into the market was a different story, and but let's just have a quick look at what happened, and then we'll get into the actual trades. But yeah, just coming into the market, you know, we had this New York Open and price pushed higher. And again, like I said, people were probably just cheering away. And what happens? We set a high a day, and you know, we take out the top of this level here at 50. I think I had 5,300 on Bookmap. I was watching, and that's where the orders got filled. I actually had a trade on there. We'll get into that in a sec, but as those orders got filled, and I think just some tariff news started to come out again, and it just kind of killed the party, and yeah, total bummer, man. Look at what happens, right? We get the sellers just step in and grind away, get below the value area high, grind away, get down to the point of control here, and this was really interesting. The sellers stepped on the gas hard here, and then coming into the last 5 minutes of MOC, the buyers just came in and pulled price right back up to the point of control. So you know, I was thinking this is going to look fairly decent heading into the overnight session today as it opened, and well, I was wrong. You know, now we've taken out the value area low from today, and you know, we're on our way to going to be making. Are we going to make a lower low? Who knows? This is yeah, it's just ugly, 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 man. Let's get into the trades and go from there. But you know, this was a trade I actually took yesterday in the Asian session. It counted as today. There's a lot of VWAPs on here. It's a little confusing, but it's the only way I could add context to the trade. I'm watching prices above the start of day VWAP the whole entire time. The buyers are in control. The sellers are trying to gain control, and I'm thinking we're gonna get some move up here. You know, we've had such a slide down. The buyers got to step in. Everything's so cheap. Let's get a little bit of a rally going. So I'm watching price. I throw a high day VWAP on, and clearly, you know, the buyers are still, the sellers are taking a bit of a stand, but the buyers are in. They're not going anywhere. And the CVD for me was the interesting part. The CVD was steadily rising on the higher time frame on Bookmap. So now I'm doing two Bookmap charts. I got one on a 1 minute time frame and another on a 15-minute time frame, both showing ES. And the CVD was rising the whole time, even on these pullbacks, which was telling me, and I don't know if I'm right, but this is what I take away. This is my interpretation of it, was that the buyers were here. The sellers weren't able to put a dent in that CVD. So I found it really interesting, and I knew that, you know, I was seeing this is going to pop. We had orders at 51.75 and 5200 that just big blocks of liquidity standing there that I figured price was going to pull itself to. And I wait for a clean some buying pressure to come in here and buying strength to come in here, and I get a break of the high day VWAP, and I take this long. I didn't take these ones because just the buying strength wasn't there for me on these moves up, and I could see it on Bookmap. I wasn't feeling it, but this move, you could see the CVD popped, and look what happened. So I take this all the way up to here. I got TP set to here because I'm trading a combine, and I'm looking to get 30 points out of it. So $1,500 is max profit in the combine I can make. And what happens? Price just kind of chops around here. I leave the desk. It's the evening time here. I'm spending time with my son and just hanging out, and I leave the desk and I move my stop up to break even, and I come back to the desk, and what happens? And right here, I believe it was 9 p.m., 6 p.m. my time, the Chinese government came out and said they're going to, literally the headline was, they're going to fight the tariff to the bitter end. What does that do? Gives the sellers something to go on. Sellers put their foot on the gas. They try and throttle this thing down. They take this VWAP, throttle it, and then the buyers step back in here. And again, now this is where the CVD stuck out to me. The CVD still didn't have a dent in it. It was still on the higher time frame rising. So it's clearly telling me the sellers, even with the selling pressure, couldn't put a dent in the CVV. And as you see, I got a low a day VWAP on here. The buyers step back in and they don't let this get below this low a day VWAP. They're holding it strong. You can see here the sellers try and take control at the start of day VWAP. We get a push step back down to the low a day VWAP. The buyers hold it with some strength and we push higher. And this is where normally I would be getting in here originally, but I was listening to, actually yesterday during the day, I listened to a podcast of Brian Shannon's and with Austin Silver, a great podcast. Check it out. It's going to be coming out, and he talks about buying the strength, not the dip. And so here, you know, you have some strength. They come back down here, and I find it when they get this hold here and they push up through hard through both VWAPs is when I find that their strength is back in. I get long here. We get a little pullback, and the buyers say, "Fuck this, man. This ain't happening." So, boom, and yeah, and there we go. And believe it or not, I set a TP so I hit my max profit, and look at where price went to. This is just one of those things, man. Luck is on my side right now, and it's crazy. It's yeah, this is, you think I would have been able to call the top, and no, that's where I had the TP set for max profit, and it hit because again I had to get away from the desk and hang out with my family. And that was that trade. Boom. That combine is, I think it was like $20 short of passing it, and I wake up in the morning and, you know, get to the desk and I take this long and I end up taking it in the combine for that $20. But this was a beautiful long. You could just see again here. We had that rally up in the overnight. Everything's looking good. We get this pullback here into the open. I throw a low a day anchor on here. We get this pop. A lot of people got long here on this first little break of the New York VWAP, and I could see it because you could feel the buying strength in the market. I had to wait a couple more candles. Just that's me. I just want some more confluence, and lo and behold, what does it do? It pushes up, and I take one off here at the opening range high. I lock my stop. And one thing I can say I can critique myself on this trade is I was looking for 5,300 was my target. I originally locked my stop at 75. And as price pushed higher, a bunch of the guys in the group took profits at 85. So now this number 85 is in my head. And as we push higher and I start to wonder, should I have taken profits at 85? And I didn't. I pull my stop up to 85, which is right here. And what happens? This candle comes in, I get stopped out. I'm still up 253 on the trade. That's in my 50K top one futures funded, straight to funded account. Got that thing, it's probably 80% to profit target for payout, so it's looking good. But yeah, no, if I just would have left my stop where it was and I didn't micromanage it, I would have hit my 5,300. But you know what? Can't cry over spilt milk. It is what it is. And yeah, price got up to here and then she just came right back down. And later in the day, as I was at the desk, I ended up taking one last short, believe it or not. I watched all these shorts and I watched price just melt down and the sellers just grinding the buyers just to smithereens. And I just waited and waited and waited till the point of control, and I was sitting at the desk and I'm watching Bookmap, and I think there's going to be a move here. I think we're going to get another move down, another leg, and I got one more combine that's halfway from passing. So what do? I throw on 10 micros on this break of the low day VWAP and the point of control. This is a little bit of a risky play, but as you can see, I know if we can get below this again as the buyers step back in here. If we get below this again with all this selling pressure, I think this is I'm gonna get my 30 points out of it. I'm comfortable taking this trade. Took the trade, price pushed down on me, passed another combine. So, you know, one thing I will say is any new traders out there, I've been trading 14 months now, and I'm eligible for a payout on Sunday night for Tradeify, which I'll do something on Friday. That's when the payout window opens, and then, you know, once it's all finalized, I'll make a video on that. And I passed 2 combines in 48 hours. So, you know, there's market volatility. It's crazy, but just know your style of trading. Know what you can handle. Be defensive. These combines, I trade them very aggressively. Look at my funded account. I traded 2 micros. My combines, I trade anywhere from 10 to 30 micros, 1 to 3 minis. I know what I need out of the trade to get the max profit, to get the goal I want. I don't treat these like a funded account or like a funded account. I'm not trying to learn with the combine. I have a mission. I know what I need to do, and I get it done. If I don't get it done, it gets failed. You know what? It resets in a month. Like I said, I pay $19 a month for these Topstep combines. I got on a legacy promo about a year ago, so I just let them roll over if I blow them. So anyways, just be patient. Take your time, man. It took me 14 months, and I still don't have the payout in my hand. So we'll talk on Friday once I submit it all and everything goes through. But yeah, just be patient. You know, believe in yourself, and you can do it. And let's have a quick look at the calendar and just end this video. I'm done. So, you know, it's a solid week. I'm up 2.19, and this is including now I'm going to be eligible for that payout in Tradeify 100K funded account. I'm looking to get my 50K top one futures account over the line, and now I got 2 Topstep funded accounts that I'm going to be trading. So it's a nice little balance. It's going to give me a little bit of room to trade in between accounts and see just grow them and take some more payouts. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Click that subscribe button. You can see I got a new format on my videos, how I do it. I'm not doing the little circle up in the corner anymore. So, you know, if you guys are digging this new style with a bigger picture of me and just kind of to the one side of the chart, we'll go, you know, let me know what you think. And yeah, that's about it. Click that subscribe button, comment. Always, guys, I love the feedback. The feedback's awesome. It gets me motivated. So I will see you guys all tomorrow.